Hey guys, welcome back to Naturally Page. So I originally shot this video to be what's in my hospital bag, but then I ended up going into labor before I could even edit it to put it out. So I decided to combine it to put in what I actually used because I ended up not having a vaginal delivery but a C-section, and so some of the things kind of changed. So if you're interested in knowing what was in my hospital bag and what I ended up using, stay tuned. So one of the things that I noticed is that when I was doing research of like what to put in my hospital bag and whatever, everything that came up was related to the States or overseas, and I realized that it's not the same. A lot of the stuff that you hear people talk about, that oh, you don't need to carry this because the hospital gives you, oh, you don't need to carry this because not in Jamaica. I'm so sorry to say it, but in Jamaica you do not get those things from the hospital. So you hear people talk about, oh, you don't have to carry blankets because you get these really great swaddle blankets from the hospital. No. Or you don't need to carry a pump because they have the hospital grade pumps. No. So I was just like, yo, what I must carry, because I need to know what to carry for me here. You know, like it makes a difference, and I'm the kind of person where I'm an overpacker. So I would rather have too much stuff and don't need to use it than have too little stuff and wish I did carry something. So I'm gonna be going through most of it. I'm just gonna kind of be listing, and then I will actually show you some things and go into detail of why I wanted those in my bag personally. Okay, so when I was deciding what to put into my hospital bag, I decided to do two lists, one for me and one for Poppy. So you know, Poppy is the nickname that we gave to the baby just because we found out we were expecting when the baby was as big as a poppy seed. So Poppy. So for him, I'm just gonna list out what I have. I have onesies, not a lot because you know with the umbilical cord, you don't want to have too much irritating that. I have receiving blankets, I have one fleece blanket, I have a couple caps, some socks, some mittens, of course baby wipes, diapers. I have some baby wash. The baby wash that I am using is Cetaphil. I did not purchase a large bottle. Reason being is that based on advice as given, you don't know what your baby is, the baby's skin is going to react to. So you don't want to stock up on this one product and then the picnic can't use it because they have a reaction. So you kind of buy in a small quantity, you test it and see if it works, and then you can buy more after. I also have some rags or washcloths. I have 2 towels, Desitin, cotton balls and Q-tips to clean the area of the umbilical cord, bibs and burp cloths. There is one thing that I think is kind of unique or rather traditional in the Jamaican environment of having a baby, and that is the chemise. Now, if any of you have grown up in Jamaica, then you know that you cannot have a baby without your mother buying you these. They're basically diaper shirts, except they are handmade and they're very cool. It's cotton, it's very cool, and the reason being that these are so important in our culture is that we are a tropical country, so of course it's hot, and I'm having a May baby / June, so it's kind of just like it's gonna be hot, and you want the child to be as cool as possible because we don't run AC non-stop. So the fact is that you have to be able to keep the child as cool as possible to let them be more comfortable and also to prevent heat rash. Here my only issue with these. Love that they're cool, love that they're easy to put on, they're easy to wash, easy to dry. However, somebody please tell me why even on the boy ones you have these frilly edges. Like, nothing don't get to me more. Why you have frilly edge on my boy picnic things? It couldn't be one straight edge. What just I say? Like, this is clearly a boy one. Why it have frilly edge? It could have just... That's just my pet peeve, you know? So I don't think you'll be seeing many pictures of Poppy in these. It's not gonna happen. The places that you'll find them at Amar's, Azan's, at Child's Play, Baby Bop. Any of those places will have these available. I did not end up using chemises at all. I found them hard to put on with those buttons, and then they were really big because Naik, that's his name, he ended up being just 6 pounds, and so the chemises were actually really big for him and they were not easy to put on at all, so I did not use them. What I ended up using were these little diaper shirts that I found in Child's Play, and those I found were the best in those early days where I didn't want to put them in a onesie. You can see it here, it's super cute and it's fully cotton and it was so cool. So now on to what I packed in the bag for me. Almost everything that I have packed in my bag is based on if I'm gonna deliver vaginally. And the thing is, vaginal delivery, it's hot, right? So I'm just like, let's prepare to pamper the area. So I have my maternity dresses slash robes, which are basically they're dresses that have a let down in order for me to be able to breastfeed easily, as well as my maternity bras. Okay, so I have been wearing these maternity dresses out on the road. I don't care that they say nightgown, I have been wearing them everywhere. It's so convenient to be able to feed him anytime I'm on the road, and I still look pretty decently put together. So definitely recommend these. Something that was highly recommended to me was a peri bottle. It is basically a squirt bottle, and it allows that when you're peeing after having a baby, I mean, pee kind of burns, so it literally, you fill it with water and you squirt while you're peeing. So of course you could just get a regular squirt bottle, right? They sell in the pharmacies, no biggie. I decided, yo, there's actually a company that makes one specific for pregnant women. I was just like, I'm gonna just put this on my registry. If somebody gets it for me, great. If they don't get it for me, I'll just go and get a cheap one in the pharmacy. And somebody got it for me. Yes. So that's great. So from Freedom Mom, I got their upside down Petri bottle. Literally, on the packaging it says, trust us, your vagina will thank you. Woohoo! Bless God. And what it is a squirt bottle, and this one has a coolest to pull up. I can just squirt. That's so great. Like, I can actually feel the air. So I'm just like, yes, this is gonna be great. You put water in it, and I basically just squirt, and it helps to cool my area. And I'm sure that this will be a great investment. I'm so sad that I didn't get to use the peri bottle, but I am actually gonna gift it to a friend of mine who should be delivering vaginally. I also received their instant ice maxi pads. What these are is basically it's like a cooling pad, sanitary napkin. Oh, I also put this on my registry. Did not buy this. It comes in a packet of 8 like this, and it has like a cooling agent inside. You basically break it, you put it inside your panty or disposable underwear, and it cools down there while catching the blood. They also recommend that you put a cooling pad on top of that as well. The cooling pads that I have seen being recommended the most are the Tux medicated cooling pads. Although I did not deliver vaginally, I actually found use for these pads. One of the things I realized was that the Depends, when I was wearing it all day, I was getting chafed. My skin was kind of rubbing against it, and I was getting like sore spots. And so what I ended up doing was to actually cool down my body. I put the pad inside the Depends still, and I put some of the Tux on top of it, and it really ended up just kind of giving me some relief from the chafing. So if you're having chafing from your pads or from your Depends, I highly recommend using the Tux pads if you want for that purpose. One of the things that my sister highly recommended was don't do a panty with a pad. She was just like, it's a lot easier to just do the disposable underwear. And I was just like, that makes sense. So I went ahead and got my Depend. And the last thing I want to talk about is the paperwork. RGD, which is the Registrar General's Department, they come and they will register your child for free, as in you'll get your birth certificate for free in hospital. So they recommend, or no, rather they require, you must have your ID, you must have your birth certificate, as well as if you are married, you should walk with your marriage certificate, and then the $200 fee. Now, that $200 fee, don't walk with $500. They say to walk with the actual $200. So you will see I put it in a little folder just to have it. So it's already packed. I have my birth certificate, my marriage certificate, and I have my $200 just sitting here ready to register my baby. That is basically what I wanted to discuss in terms of what I'm putting in my hospital bag. I recommend to you that whatever makes you comfortable, put it in. And I think it's important to plan these things and to think about these things and not leave it up to chance, right? So I would highly recommend, if you are in Jamaica and you are looking for what you need to carry and put in your hospital bag, do the research and order what you need. So I really hope that this video helps any expecting mom to be to know what to carry to the hospital in order to have a really comfortable labor experience here in Jamaica. Thanks for making it naturally page, and I hope that you guys will like, subscribe, and don't forget to comment below.